Audio is working for me. Testing, testing. There we are. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight for session 5. The title of this one is Histen's Treasure. So we'll be going through that, figuring out some things. We're down a couple of players tonight. One got called into work last minute. The other one is currently trying to get here. He's had a heck of a time trying to get here, but he will hopefully be here soon. Lisa has to go a little bit early tonight, so we will jump right into it. And let me check and make sure, is the audio working? Alright. So Lisa, would you like to begin the introductions? Wait a minute, let me make sure your mic is on. There we go. Okay, you're all set.
Okay, I'm Lisa and I'm playing Briar Seabright. She is a wood elf fighter who is pretty feisty. She is trying to figure out who ended up killing her father and ended up adventuring and meeting a bunch of interesting people that got her into an interesting predicament.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, no. It was all Briar's fault. Briar got herself into these messes.
Nuh-uh.
I'm kidding. It's everyone else's fault but Briar's.
It is.
Speaking of people whose faults it is, or may not be, Naz, would you like to introduce yourself next?
It's not nothing to do with me. But I'm Naz and I play
Bullshit.
Abigail. It's not. I play Abigail, the vampire wizard, who has nothing to do with it
Of course.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and next we have Matt.
Like I said, Matt, and I'm playing the token human Marcus. And he's was just traveling to try and help people, and now he's helping people on an island ravaged by demonic creatures. And he is sure that Abigail did something. He is very sure.
I didn't do anything.
All right, and Ian.
Shock.
Well, hello, I'm Ian. I'm playing your hyperactive gnome child who is obsessive with his shinies, and he has no clue as to what the others are bickering about. He's just worried about his cookies.
To be fair, that is something that you should worry about more than other people. Cookies.
Yeah, that's valid. People come and go, but cookies stay forever. I want to try something a little bit different, starting with Ian. Let's try doing a fun fact about our character at the beginning of every session. A different fun fact to slowly develop them more.
I
Huh.
think I know where you
Stealing a
got
bit
this
from,
idea, but I like it.
Yeah, of course. I'm stealing from Dungeons and Daddies. I will shamelessly admit that. Anthony Birch and Freddie Wong have something there, and I love it, so I'm stealing it.
Fair enough.
I'm sure people will eventually find out, but Sir Wellington, one of his earliest friends, was a what was like a sprite named Kevin, and they baked cookies together in his tree.
Kevin's cookie tree. Lisa,
Yeah.
how about a fun fact for Briar?
Briar really likes to write. She's a writer.
Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of things does she write? I wouldn't have guessed that. I like that.
She likes to journal, and then she also just likes to write like stories that they're generally pretty dark considering her backstory. So it's kind of her way of just like getting through that and getting that out.
So she has this like dystopian fictional world she's been developing a novel for or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
Nice. She
Now she
developed
gets to
this
live it.
world's version of Hunger Games.
Yeah, now she gets to have the inspiration for it in the place
Hey,
we're
yeah, right? Yeah, now you're getting inspiration for your novel. Perfect. All right, how about for Marcus?
This will actually tie into last session when Kieran tried to give Marcus a longsword, but he wasn't proficient. The reason why Marcus is only proficient because I took the weapon master, but only proficient in things like war pick, morning star, flail, and warhammer, is because the one time he tried a longsword, he tried to flip it, but instead of catching the handle, he caught the blade and cut his fingers by accident.
Ow! Yeah, that would do it. I had a friend who used to do that with throwing knives, and he caught by the blade once and cut his fingers pretty bad just from that. So I can't imagine you with a sword.
Ever since then, he's like, I'm just gonna stick with blunt things because I know they won't cut me if I catch them wrong.
That's literally my methodology if I was a adventurer as well. All right, Naz, how about one for Abigail?
Oh gosh, you're putting me. I feel on the spot, but Abigail. She has two siblings. The first one with like a 600-year age gap, and the second one with like a 601-year age gap. So, yeah.
We will leave it for another time as to which ones are older versus younger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's a year difference between the two of them.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they had one and then waited 600 years and then had two really close together. So.
Fair enough.
Oh, does that mean you're the older?
Oh, well. There goes the surprise.
Well, it's, yeah.
Next thing we know, we're going to end this and go straight into Curse of Strahd, and it's going to be Abigail's family reunion.
All right.
Well, I mean, it could be.
That would be hilarious. I do have plans to someday play in a Curse of Strahd campaign as this very cheerful, himbo-esque Dampier who was raised in, like, the woods by his mom, and his dad is Strahd, but he thinks his dad is this benevolent orphanage owner because that's what his mom told him, even though she was actively hiding him from Strahd. So now he's going to meet this amazing dad that he's got and believes there just must be some other evil Strahd out there that people keep complaining about, or maybe it's a misunderstanding because, you know, that happens between people, but his mom told him about how awesome his dad is, so clearly it's not his dad.
Oh, no.
It would be like if Luke showed up and, you know, was just like, Dad, hi! And Vader was like, what? If Luke knew from the beginning and was just like, nah, you're not evil, you're my dad.
Perfect.
Alright, let's see here. So, we will begin with Lisa, since you have to go sooner than everyone else. When we last left off, Abigail and Briar were ambushed by a necromancer. You both failed some saving throws and became paralyzed as he dragged you into a different part of the fortress. Abigail did manage to shrug off the effect shortly after, but instead of confronting him, you witnessed her strike a deal with him and formed a warlock bond with this necromancer, who in turn asked if it was necessary for Abigail's friends to remain alive. She kind of shrugged and said whatever. So he decided to shrink the paralyzed Briar and stick her in a jar to take as collateral, just in case Abigail decides to try anything. He has one of her friends. Although he's questioning whether or not she actually cares about Briar.
Yeah, that was a smart move, necromancer.
So he's beginning to wonder if maybe this isn't so much a hostage as now just a loose end. But we pick up with you being carried along by this necromancer. You've now shrugged off the paralyzation effect. Make a perception roll for me.
Okay.
You're about the size of Tinkerbell at this point.
17.
17. All right. This guy appears to be some sort of elf. He's got short white hair and a close-trimmed white beard. which means he's pretty old.
Hmm.
It takes thousands of years for elves to go white. Similar to in Tolkien's Lord of the Rings, they don't physically age beyond the age of like 45 or 50.
Hmm.
But they look very young up until they hit a few thousand years old, and then they begin to go gray, and then a few thousand years after that, they begin to go white. So this guy's an old elf. He's probably been living in solitude for a long time. His clothes are surprisingly well kept, though. You could presume he tailors them himself and is quite skilled at it, which suggests he might have noble upbringing.
Hmm.
It is.
Or he's been stuck on this island for thousands of years and just had a lot of time to perfect it.
Or it could be that. It could be that too. That's true. I mean, yeah, you don't know. He could have been noble in his past, or it could just be that he's been bored for thousands of years and has decided to perfect this over time. Could be.
And you
either
said he's
one.
carrying the jar?
He is.
Okay.
Gives it a shake every once in a while.
Are you alive?
Why
Can I
are
just,
you sleeping? Oh wait, no, that's
Can
Nemo.
Briar tap on the jar to get his attention?
Yes, Briar can tap on the jar to get his attention. You're becoming a resident. I'm getting into trouble, but it's not my fault. It's everyone around me's fault. Character.
Which at this point, it's not wrong.
It's true.
Okay.
It's not my fault.
No, that's fair. It's fair. It's not your fault yet. Go ahead. Yeah, you can. He kind of looks down. He kind of holds up. And he goes, "What do you want?"
Where are you taking me? Just out of curiosity.
What's the matter to you?
I kind of have some stuff that I need to do here, and I need to get back to my friends, and I'm not really sure all of the, all that transpired here, but if there's anything that I can do to get myself out of the situation, yeah, I would love to know that.
Are you being honest, or are you just trying to get him to open the lid?
Oh, I'm just kind of trying to get him to open it. I'm not necessarily being particularly honest.
In that case, so you're not actually interested in collaborating with him.
No.
Oh, in that case, make a deception check.
Gosh dang it! I should have said yes.
Trying to deceive the DM still requires a deception check.
Yeah, that was bad. That was 8.
8?
Okay. Just side track, just as Hotman, that actually happened in our live stream with the Browns players that we did, where one of the players, he rolled and they're like, just fudge it, say it's a 20. And Brand's like, I can hear you guys, right? He's like, you know what? Here, we're going to both roll. And if you roll higher than me, you can deceive me. And he did. So he did an IRL deception check during the live streamed event.
You know what? I like that.
I actually rolled an 18.
Oh, really? You already said 8. You roll a deception check with disadvantage to try and prove that to me.
You know what?
I will roll.
Oh man, one of those was a nat 20 and the other one was a 4.
Well, I get an opposed insight check. Alright, so that's going to be a 19 for me. So yeah, no.
Ouch.
That stinks.
I actually have a character sheet for myself.
Yeah.
Or more like a character in a campaign that I based off of myself. So
there you go. Well,
I use that whenever I need to make in real life checks. All right, so he'll kind of look at you and go, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Look, I need to go to the bathroom.
No, I appreciate your efforts, but I don't think I'll let you. I just realized that's hilarious. my prop for the show. I love this.
Yeah.
So,
His response, then go.
you know what? Yeah, I like that. He's that kind of a-hole. He's like, well, fine, then go. I won't look. And he just like holds it behind his head.
She's just gonna kind of like huff down
Don't
into the
drink from
bottom
the
of
jar
the
now,
jar.
Markham.
Where else am I gonna get my nettle tea from, or whatever tea this is?
Yeah, she's just gonna like huff down to the bottom of the jar and sit down like defeated.
Oof.
Yeah.
He'll walk in silence for a bit more. Make another perception check for me.
Okay. Ooh, that was good. 20.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
He casts a spell, and you seem to walk through some sort of portal. It's subtle. The portal appears to just be like a flash of shadow, but with a 20, you're able to catch that this is the same thing he did when he slipped away from Abigail. It appeared like he slinked into the shadows, but he actually cast some sort of portal that just appears to be a shaded area, and when he walks through, he comes out somewhere else. With a 20, you're able to kind of like peer around and see that you are now kind of he
You're
went
now
from
in the
staircase to
Shadowfell.
yeah. No. We're not doing Shadowfell. This is actually, I take that back. This is worse than the Shadowfell. Shadowfell would be an upgrade from here.
Oh no.
Aww.
He kind of blips through. Lisa actually should remember the Shadowfell. You had a character once that was in the Shadowfell in the previous campaign.
I did.
He kind of steps through the shadow, and he goes from walking up the stairs in the fortress to the staircase is suddenly nicer, a bit larger, and he comes out, and he's on the top of this tower. And as you kind of like you peer around, he's still holding you behind his head to be polite because he's not wholly without manners.
Briar's shaking a little bit at that also because she's afraid of heights. So.
Oh, you're gonna hate this then because not only are
great.
you on top of a tower, the tower is on top of a mountain. And you
And that mountain is floating in the air.
gosh no.
I mean, in all seriousness, I think I know where this is.
Right? And you kind of look down. This tower is connected to this massive ruined castle. And down the mountain, you can see in the distance what appears to be the fortress that you were last at, actually. And yes, I think if your guess is what I think it is, Matt, you would be right. Because this is indeed the castle in the mountains above you guys.
Good thing I led us to that fortress instead.
Oh.
Yikes.
This is the one that we felt all the stuff coming from.
No, that was a separate one. This is the one that Marcus thought would be safe because it was on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then, like, we heard from him, like, the creatures went up there, and then now the necromancer is there.
In fact, as you look down, you can see swarms of these insect-like... It's what I posted in the group chat. Or not the group chat, the... Well, yeah, it is the group chat. It's called the general chat channel. It would be cool if it was called the group chat channel. On D and Denial. So the group chat channel is... I need to post it in the monsters channel is actually what I need to do. And these things are just like skittering into they're various sizes from like maybe yay big, like a little under a foot long, to 10 feet in length. These weird centipede-like creatures are swarming up the side of the mountain and entering the tower, and he comes out onto the tower and then begins walking down the spiral staircase that connects the tower and goes down to this courtyard that's below. And this courtyard overlooks... So this courtyard is on another level. There's still, you're still like 2 stories below ground level. But this courtyard is where these creatures seem to be swarming up to, and in the middle there's this dark elf is standing there, and she seems to be in the middle of casting a spell. Her eyes are closed. She's kind of doing something with her hands as these colors are just swirling around her. And she looks up and she goes, "Ah, my dear, you've arrived." He says, "Of course I have, Veronica. And I've brought a guest." She says, "Oh, what have we here?" And she kind of takes and kind of looks at you and goes, "Hello, little one. What is your name?"
I'm Briar.
"Briar, such a lovely name. Oh, you always bring me the nicest gifts. Where'd you find this one? Where did you come from? You know what? I'll talk to her. You can leave us for a bit." "I was actually planning on doing just that. I have plans." "Well, I'll see you at dinner." And she kind of winks at him as he walks away. And she goes, "So, Briar, where did you come from?"
I wasn't even willingly brought here. I have been stoned. I have been with friends who have betrayed me, and now I am in a jar, and I just want to get out of the jar. I just want out. I just want to go back.
"Oh, you are going to be very fun for my experiments."
Experiments?
"Why, yes. Well, of course you're not here willingly. I've never known my dear boy to bring me anyone of their own volition."
How can I get out of this? How can I get out of here?
"How can you get out of here? Well, I know many who have tried, and you really can't. So it's more of how you can cooperate, and then maybe if all the experiments go well, you'll survive."
Can she try to push on the top of the jar like, ugh?
Give me a strength check.
No. All these checks. Think you're a demon or something. Oh, that was actually not bad. Strength. 21.
What's Briar's intelligence? Base intelligence.
12.
12? That's enough. You begin to push and you realize you just popped it a bit loose. But you're smart enough to know if you continue now, she's going to catch you doing this and tighten it back down. So you can't just pull your arms back down, and she goes, "What did I tell you? It's completely fruitless to attempt to escape. I have so many experiments I need live test subjects for, and I haven't had an elf in a while. Normally we deal with dwarves. They live in the mountains not too far from here, and their stubbornness to leave makes them perfect targets. So how about we get you settled into your new home, and I'll figure out what to do with you. Does that sound good?"
She's just gonna hump back down onto the bottom of the jar again, pouty.
I don't want your stay to be too unpleasant. Is there any questions I can answer for you?
No.
No? Oh, okay. Very well then. Well, I suppose we should be off then. Come with me. What did you think of my dear Histen?
He seemed nice. He seemed like a great person.
Oh, he did? Yes. Roll a deception check.
Gosh, dang it.
So now what?
I'm so bad at it.
Little Histen.
Yeah. Well, I don't trust him. It's true. I
Made
guess.
a damn deal with him.
I really don't feel bad if I broke his kneecap to steal his treasure.
Marcus will help you break his kneecaps.
It was a 10.
It was a 10?
Mm-hmm.
She kind of gives this knowing smile, but she plays along as if you were telling the absolute truth. She goes, "Oh, I know. He's an absolute doll. He is. Brings me gifts all the time."
How long have you known him?
"Oh, good grief. Few thousand years now."
Wow, that's a long relationship.
Oh, it is. Well,
He's
people
a
are
good
in
simp.
what?
I said he's a good simp.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Well, we actually grew up together, so I'm not entirely sure how long it's been. It's been a long time, that's for sure. But um, people are kind of in short order here, anyhow. So you make the relationships you have last.
I see.
She'll carry you kind of through this courtyard. She'll pet the swarming creatures as she passes them. Be like, now down, down, down. Good grief! I think you hadn't fed in a month. You strange little demonic creatures.
What are they?
These things.
Yeah,
They're gut sliders. Don't you like them?
they're lovely. And everything here is just lovely.
Well, I really do appreciate your politeness. I don't care if you're lying or not. You are a very sweet little thing. I might just have to keep you around after all.
Oh.
Yes, these actually. So these were they're not wholly abyssal. Actually, I know they look it, but these
Things
are.
from the Abyssal aren't holy.
There's something
That
unholy.
was really
That is good. That is good. Um, these actually, I trained them myself, and they're partially of my own design. Um, me and my patron kind of worked out a deal that I could experiment with these creatures in their base form, use some kind of techniques I learned from the abyss to enhance them a bit.
enhanced.
Oh yes, it's very nice.
They
They're
seem very intelligent.
well, one does not hone their craft for a few thousand years for nothing, my dear.
She's just gonna kind of take it in. Does she have did everything that she has shrink with her?
Yes,
So can I get out my little book and just start writing
you
some of this
can.
down?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yes, you can. You can. Um, you're an author.
I am. I'm working on a book.
Wow, isn't that just dandy? Well, you must let me read it sometime when you finish, dear. I do love a good book, and I've read God knows everything in this damn castle. Um, Everything that wasn't burnt up, anyhow. She
Burn?
Well, yes, that's kind of what happens, I mean, have you not looked around? This place is mostly ash. It's the downside of the apocalypse, is it kind of ruins your worldly possessions. But you make do with what you can find.
Yeah. Yeah, and the guests you can find too, right?
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I meant with way you make do with what you can find. But yes, that too. She carries you through a number of laboratories. The first one is kind of like a garden. What are they called? Well, not exactly conservatory. Greenhouse. Kind of like a greenhouse. And as she there's like numbers of plants, and they all look wrong. There's just something a little bit weird about each plant. The stalks curl in a weird way, or the flower petals have thorns. Give me a Arcana or Nature check.
Oh, okay. It was gonna be 10 either way.
Okay, okay. Um, hmm. So, pretty good guess. These are arcane in nature. Nothing normal could grow in this environment, so there's probably something magical about them. Out of 10, you're not sure exactly what they're meant for. Chances are most of them are probably poisonous, though. Just at first glance, you're thinking, probably not safe to touch, or eat, or smell. So she walks through there, and she comes through another laboratory that has like potion bottles and kind of like a witch's cauldron off to the side with a fire underneath it. Numbers of ingredients, a lot of smaller animals in jars. Each of these animals looks also just a little bit off. Like the rat has rats have like lizard-like scales. What was it when we had the other day? It was like another rat, but like with porcupine fur or something like that. Or was that like a squirrel
Like
or
a
something?
hedgehog?
Yeah, yeah. But
It's like a hedgehog.
yeah, but a little bit more
Like
creepy.
saber teeth.
Yeah, yeah, like a saber-tooth hedgehog type of thing.
Huh.
She's got, possums with 3 heads and all sorts of other creatures, small creatures in cages, and they all look strangely mutated. There's like a fox with 9 tails.
This is looking great.
So she has some sursums,
Right.
the
And
Cerberus possums.
yes, Cerberus possums. I like that. And she just like continues through this, like snake with 5 heads. It's called a hydra snake, snydra. I don't know.
Briar's writing all of this down, by the way. Like she's
Fantastic.
observing
She's
things and
like,
writing it down.
Perfect.
She seems very entertained by the fact that you like her work. She looks very proud. She seems to be. Make an insight check.
Okay.
It's like we're playing D&D or something here.
Right?
Or at least a D&D like spin-off.
I'm glad you got my joke, by the way.
Oh no. Yeah,
Which one?
The gut sliders, they are.
Oh, yes. You're welcome.
That was a 1.
Okay. She seems to really be warming up to you. She might let you out once she gets you to the as far as you can tell, she might be warming up enough to let you out once you get to wherever she's taking you. You go through another room and there are a number of dead bodies in various states of dissection, some humanoid, some animal, some demonic or devilish in appearance. There's something that appears to be an imp that she's currently seems to be doing some sort of autopsy on its brain, it appears. So once you get through this kind of like surgical room / morgue, you get into this next room. And this room is filled with a ton of little jars. And in each of these jars, like the one you're in, there is another humanoid creature. And they're all sitting, napping. There's this one orc doing push-ups with one hand behind his back. There's 2 gnomes that are like leaning against the glass, flirting with each other. There's this whole couple shelves of tiny people. And she takes you and she goes, "All right, well, I will be back later, but I'm off to dinner with Histen now. I will leave you to meet your new friends. We'll talk later. I really like that you've taken an interest in my work, and I have big plans for you." And she'll... Oh, go ahead.
Well,
I
she's
thought there'd be little plans right now.
she's just gonna be like, I think you can tell that you're very intelligent. I think I'll get a lot of inspiration here.
What kind of book do you write, if you don't mind my asking?
been through a lot of dark things, and so just writing about those things in kind of a fictional way helps me to cope a little bit.
Oh, that is very cute. And she'll kind of tap the glass. Oh, that is very cute. Well, I look
People
forward
have
to reading it. The what?
people have these things called smartphones in this fantasy world.
They're able to like look up anything they need on this thing called the internet.
It's
Hey,
run by a
welcome,
bunch of
John.
spiders.
Yes. and and she'll take you and she'll set you on the shelf, and she'll be like, "All right, bye bye now," and she will spin around and head out the door.
Okay. Who am I placed by? Is there anyone that I was particularly set next to?
Are you kind of like looking them over to just like take in specifically who you're
Yeah.
next to?
Yeah.
All right, make an investigation check.
Okay. It's not bad. 19.
Not bad, not bad at all. All right, with the 19, you actually recognize the person to your left.
Oh.
This was someone else from the ship.
Hmm.
Yeah. This is another survivor from the shipwreck right next to you. Let me pull up my notes here.
Do I know them, or are they just like I recognize them?
Well, you don't know anyone because you were rather
Oh, that's true.
indisposed at the time.
That's fair.
But you remember, this is actually a former member of the crew. You remember because you have this hazy flicker of a memory because of your your petrified condition at the time. You remember this is someone who put you in the crate to go down below. When the particular individual who brought you had you placed in the crate, she also brought a number of like the bags and gems of stuff that were placed in there with you, and she couldn't lift you by herself. So what she had done is she kind of dragged you and like propped you up onto a kind of like a little makeshift dolly, and she had paid this guy to put you in the coffin for her, and whoop, there we are. And you recognize this. Well, he's not large now, but he would have at one point been. I'm sorry. She at one point would have been a pretty large dragonborn. And she's just kind of like sitting, kind of leaning back, kind of just like watching her tail flick about as she just kind of like taps the bottom of her jar. She kind of glances over at you and then kind of just glances down again. She's wearing this kind of like purple jumpsuit almost. Jumpsuit / robe. With a sash. And she's got these like these kind of light blue scales with darker blue patches. And this kind of hair like, I guess the best description would actually be kind of more like Laku from Star Wars. That like specifically kind of like what the I think it's Nemoidians, Kit Fisto's species have, where it's just a bunch of hair kind of falling down over her shoulders.
Okay, so she's gonna tap on her jar and be like, "Excuse me? Hey,
Hello.
you were on the ship, right?"
I was. I don't recognize you, though.
Yeah, I was in rare form. I was in very rare form. Um, but I remember you. How did you get here?
Well, I washed ashore. When the ship went down, I was trying to get some people onto one of the lifeboats, and I fell overboard and managed to grab hold of some debris. I washed ashore miles away from anyone else, and when I came to, there was these skeletons or something kind of looking down at me. I fought a number of them off, but I managed to get restrained, and I was brought here, shrunk down, and stuck in this jar.
So how long have you been here?
I don't know. I don't know, lass. It's been a few days, maybe. It could have been weeks for all I know.
Have you tried to get out? Because I can't stay here.
Well, lass, if I could get out, then I wouldn't be here. Um,
I didn't ask if you got out. I asked if you tried.
yeah, I tried a couple of times. I did get out a few times, and they kept putting me right back in here, and pretty sure they glued it shut this last time.
How long did it take them to figure out you were out of the jar?
Well, that wasn't actually too hard. I got out while the lady was in here. I tried to sneak out behind her.
Oh, okay. Do you know if anybody else has tried to escape or has been successful?
Not a fucking clue. I mean, maybe.
You're a lot of help.
Anytime, lass.
Uh, okay, so
What's your
um,
name?
I'm Briar.
Brian. I'm Wittonia.
Nice to meet you.
You can call me Witty for short.
Okay, Witty. Do you remember, just out of curiosity, a kid that, helped get a statue onto the ship?
You know, as I recall, I do. She paid me
Oh.
quite the bribe, that kid did. I don't know how a kid wound up with so much money.
Have you seen her anywhere?
No, no, not since the ship went down.
Okay.
I presume she would have been with the other orphans.
Yeah, I haven't been able to find her. We were pretty close.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so Briar's gonna like look around the room. Is there anything that's particularly noticeable as far as like a way out?
Well, first of all, to your left, there's a wait. Did I say she was to your left or?
I think so.
Okay, then. So to your right, there's a tiefling, and she's kind of like sitting up, curled up in her jar, kind of like holding her knees and rocking back and forth. So those are your neighbors, Witonia and this traumatized tiefling. Um, Looking around the room, make a perception check for me.
Ew. Yeah, that's bad. That's a 9.
Okay.
Not rolling on the night.
So from your angle, you're having kind of a rough time figuring out what it is you're looking at. What exactly are you looking for?
Just like any way out, like a cracked door or we're small, so we can get through a vent or anything like that.
Okay. Um, with a 9, you don't see any kind of cracked windows or vents or anything like that. What you do see is, so you have the shelf with all the jars filled with various humanoids on this side, and on the other side of the room, there appears to be, um, there appears to be kind of an alchemy table. She's got a number of jars there, some kind of mixing bowls, some ingredients and potions and stuff like that. There appears to be a jar with a couple of jars with an orc, a halfling, and a tiefling, respectively, and two dwarfs. It appears to be filled with ice, and they are just kind of frozen inside it,
Mm-hmm.
which you do note as weird because the ice should have melted, but it clearly hasn't.
Mm.
Um, and then you notice there's like she's got some tools and weapons and stuff like that. Um, but you don't see anything that would be particularly helpful to you at this size to get out. No.
Okay. Um, so we're gonna look at the dragon, Witty. We're gonna look at Witty and say, so how long is she usually gone when she leaves?
Usually a couple hours at a time. There was one time she was gone for a solid day. But,
Okay.
it varies. It varies.
All right. Have you guys ever tried to work together to get out of here?
No, actually, most of the blokes here, their spirits seem really broken. Um, I can barely make conversation with most of them.
Okay, so then
There,
Briar's.
there, there are a few other members of the ship that I recognized. A couple of the survivors that I saw brought in over the last day or so. But they're on the shelf above and below us. And there's one way down there. And she points towards the end of your shelf. And down there you can see there's this gnome who's just pacing very intensely as if thinking very hard.
Okay. Can I get his attention? Hey, hey! Can you hear me? I'll yell really loud.
Make a charisma check. You are in a jar, and this guy's the equivalent of 3
really
football
loud.
fields away from you at your size. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and you're trying to shout across the room.
Yeah, I could do that.
I don't know. Rick Moranis couldn't.
Charisma. It's 11.
He does not appear to hear you.
Gosh darn it. Okay. Um. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Can I? Is the jar still kind of loose?
It is. It is. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna look back over to Woody and say, if I can get out of here, do you think we can get you out of the jar and work together?
On game if you are. Just be careful, you know?
Okay. So she's gonna twist and push the jar.
Alright, alright. You get out. Hey, nice. Briar's been given guidance. So, you can, I think it's a D4 or something you get to add to one of your rolls. At your
Yes,
discretion.
D4.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice. Also, that looks really cool. A gnome wizard druid that turns into an elephant. So that sounds crazy. So you're able to get out just fine. You kind of you kind of brace yourself on the sides of the jar and kind of spider walk yourself up and twist the jar off from the inside, lid off from the inside, and you kind of just slide it kind of with a pothole cover where it's just partially off, and you pop out. What's your next move? The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Witty. Can I try? Let's see. How can I get on top of the jar, or is that too high?
No, you can just hop from the top of your jar to the top of her jar just fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that. I don't know. I have no idea what I can do. Okay, can I use my long sword to try and stab through the jar?
Like the glass part or the lid part?
Like the lid.
Go for it.
Okay. So what do I roll then?
Roll and attack with your sword.
Okay. Oh boy.
It's going to be an automatic hit.
Okay, well
because
that's
it's
true. It's 7.
Okay, so that just means you have to roll for damage. It's just to see if you roll for damage or if you get max damage.
Okay. So that's 1d8 plus 3, and then 1d10 plus 3. 6. Which one's the d10? I don't ever use that.
That is... this one.
Okay.
If you roll 2 of them, it's a D100. Well, this one is technically the percentile dice. If it's just the individual numbers on it, then it's the D10.
Okay. 9. That's 21.
Not bad. With that, you're able to stab through and kind of like cut through the lid, and it kind of collapses in. The good example is Star Wars. Anakin on the elevator sticks the lightsaber through, cuts through, and jumps through and gives Obi-Wan a heart attack. It's like that. It's like that. Except, micro size, so if you zoom out and it's like, if it was the rescuers instead of Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
So she climbs out and she kind of like looks at you and goes, thanks. I'm impressed.
All right. So then I would like to go over to the sling and do the same thing.
All right. Make a perception check for me as you do so.
12.
Okay. You're kind of focused, and you just beeline it over there. In the background, there are like some of the others, like the tiefling that was next to you, and a few others have kind of like gotten up and are kind of like tapping, trying to get your attention, but you're hyper focused and you don't notice it, so you kind of beeline it over to the gnome, and roll the attack again.
Oh no. That's a 4.
All right. Roll the damage then. Remember, it's an automatic hit because you're climbing up there and just stabbing your sword down. It's just I'm checking to see if you roll over a 20, you get automatic max damage.
Okay. That was 11.
Okay. You get your sword in there and you kind of cut through a little bit. You will need to roll another attack to get it the rest of the way through though.
Okay. 18.
Okay. You still have to roll for the damage. It's not over a 20.
9.
All right, that just barely does it. You can't get around it. It doesn't disconnect, but it's enough that he's able to kind of like jump up and kind of pry it down at an angle and then crawl out.
Okay.
And he goes, "Oh, I need a new voice for this one. Thanks for that. I really appreciate the rescue."
You're welcome. I'm Briar, and we are all working together. We're going to get out of here.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Briar. My name is... What is my name? I now need to check the name.
Inigo Montoya.
I was about to
Kill
say.
my father. Prepare to die.
No, this is if Inigo Montoya was Swedish.
Oh, what's
My
the
name
name
is...
of the...
This will be a bit more. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
What is the name of the shop guy from Frozen? You need
That's
to
who I'm thinking of.
You big son of blood.
Right? Big summer blowout.
Escaping out a jar.
Yes. His name is... Where is his name? It is in my notes. Doggone it. Oh. Well, that's boring. Sven.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay. So then at that, Briar's gonna look for one more person. Can I like roll another perception and see if I can
You
notice
may
anyone?
roll. Yeah, you can roll another perception.
Okay. Actually, I'm using my other D20 because that one's not being kind.
Fair enough.
No, that one wasn't kind either. Um, that's 8.
That's 8. Okay. You don't see the ones that are farther down. You do see. You miss the ones that are tapping and trying to get your attention, but you see the next jar over. There's this appears to be a kid just kind of sitting there with her hands buried in her lap.
Okay, I'm gonna go try to free her too because that's what Briar does.
I figured.
Free the kids.
So that's a 10, and then damage would be 7.
Okay. You'll need to roll again to be able. You kind of get it in there, and you start, but same as with the gnome, you don't quite get it all the way through.
Okay, it's 11 now.
Okay, so yeah, with that, you're able to cut it around the rest of the way and kind of kick it out. And you look down, and she's not moved.
Mm. Okay, can she reach down and say, "Come with me"?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so she's gonna reach down. Come with me.
No response.
Okay, that's great. We're trying to get out of here. I want to help you.
Like, how do I
Okay.
know you won't get me in more trouble?
Because I've not gotten myself into any trouble. Everyone else has gotten me into trouble, so I want to help get you out.
You sure?
I'm sure.
She'll kind of like scratch one of her horns. She's a tiefling. She's got her tail like curled around her, and she'll kind of like peer up and like look at you skeptically. But then she'll like reach her hand up.
Okay, pull her out. Okay, so now we've got our group of 4. And there's nowhere to go to get out of this room.
Not that you could see. No.
Okay. Any that anybody else in my group can see?
Way to pass it off on them. You know what? Why not? I will see what they can see.
Yay.
It's called teamwork.
It is. You got
Teamwork makes
NPCs
the
with you.
dream
You
work.
might as well use them. Well, that's a 7, so no for that one. Good grief. Okay.
Not looking good.
We got a 7, a 5, and a 4.
Oh crap!
You
Everyone's
guys are
just too distraught.
This is yeah. You guys are just like the emotional stress of this has been too much. You guys aren't.
Okay, these
aren't
guys are
feeling very
helpless.
well.
Can I go to get that gnome that was on the ship that I tried to yell at earlier?
Isn't that the one that you just cut out? Wait, who did you cut out if it wasn't the gnome?
Let's go get my
It
father.
was the dragonborn.
So you cut out
But
the
then-
dragonborn, one other, and the kid?
The dragonborn, the tiefling, and then the tiefling kid.
Oh, okay. I thought you would cut out the gnome. Yes, you may go for the gnome.
Okay.
All right, yeah, sorry. In that case, I'm going to have to change it, because Sven is the gnome. The tiefling
Oh,
is a
okay.
completely different character.
So that's
so you now have
14
two
and
tieflings.
then
I misunderstood that.
damage of that.
Well, that
was 6.
changes everything.
And so I have to do damage again, right?
Yep, the attacks and the damage again.
Okay, so is that 6 and that's a nat 20.
Hey! With a nat 20, you deal automatic max damage and just cut right through it.
Yay. Okay. So now we've got
nat
that.
20 is automatic double max damage, I should say.
Ooh. Okay. Okay, so can they help me?
Yeah. So now he climbs out, and now Sven. Now you've met Sven.
Yay. Okay.
All right. So now we get to roll one more perception and see if that helps. Sven gets a nat 1.
Are you kidding me?
You know
Holy
what?
crap.
I now have to roll to see if he falls in love with you.
Wait, what? That seems random.
Why?
Well, he's got to be distracted by something, and it makes sense. You
Oh,
okay?
dear.
Yeah, he fails the saving throw and is immediately. That's why he looks at you and he goes, "Oh, mine eyes have never seen such beauty as yours before."
Thanks, you're cute.
You are
Okay,
absolutely glorious.
and you're very sweet too.
You
Now
must come by my shop sometime. I shall show you my wares.
Okay, but we have to get out of here first, so you get to help us.
Yeah.
Big
I
hellish
must...
blowout.
And the Rizzler right there.
I will give you 50% off anything you wish to buy.
Just pops out of a jar, sees a woman, and is like, "You're gorgeous."
I mean, he goes from like plotting his escape or imminent demise to being pulled out by this, tall, super tall to him elf. He's like, oh.
Like,
Okay,
hello.
so can we? I don't know what to do.
You can roll another perception check. It's,
Okay, I'll
yeah,
do
I'm
that.
not stopping you from doing that.
Oh, that was a nat 20.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
Invigorated by the fact that your team is very passionate about you, especially this gnome for some reason. You feel invigorated, all pumped up, and you see there's a window she has cracked. It's kind of high. You'll have to climb up higher on the shelves and then kind of like scooch along the like trim near the ceiling to be able to get there. She has some like photos, well not photos, but like art pieces hanging up there. And you could like climb across the picture frames and hop from picture frame to picture frame to get over there.
We'll do that.
All right. Oh, this will be fun. All right. I'm gonna need you to make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I want to pan over to.
Question for you, Markham.
Yes.
Briar is in the spot of Callie, like screen wise, right? Is
What
that
do
what
you
you had said? Like you move things around. So is that? I'm not looking at streams, so I'm just curious.
No.
Okay.
Briar's back in Briar's spot now. Why?
Okay. Oh no, I was just curious because at first when I heard that, I was like, oh, if they are in the spot, is that just the spot where like if people are in that location on screen, they're just gonna have people hitting on them?
Wait, what did Callie have?
Callie
That
now
little
has a
kid.
date.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Yes. Oh my gosh. I forgot.
I mean,
about
if
that.
Kieran was here, he'd be flirting with everyone, and then there's Marcus, who's just there.
I got 24, by the way, on that.
Okay, nice. I will roll for the others real quick. Naz, while we'll prep the transition here, because I think Lisa has to go soon.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to roll 3 of these. Oh, you're kidding me. 2 of them are nat ones. Okay, that's gonna be fun to deal with in a minute.
No.
The gnome and the child nat one on their acrobatics checks. Could you make an investigation check for me as you enter this secret room?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can.
All right.
Wait, which secret room?
I found a secret room last time.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
13.
13.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
The room is lined with shelves and shelves of potion bottles. And there appear to be a number of arcane scrolls in there as well. You don't see any type of... with a 13, you don't see any special hiding places or lock boxes filled with ultra rare items. But you see some interesting stuff on the shelves.
Okay. Can I check those out?
You may, yeah, yeah. Um, while you're doing that, we'll um, pan back over as you are looking through the potions to Briar, who has done very well, as has her tiefling and dragonborn friends. However, the gnome and the child both now one. So as they get to the edge, they try and jump, and they kick the picture frame, and it kind of makes it swing a bit. So Witonia has to grab on, and both the gnome and the child begin to fall off.
Oh no.
I will give you and the other tiefling both. The tiefling's name, by the way, is, I believe, Vanya. I'll give you and Vanya both an athletics check to try and grab them before they fall.
Okay, yeah.
And by season 2 of Lost Continent, Vanya is going to be Victor.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Good.
24.
Nice. Who are you going for, the gnome or the child?
The child.
All right. You grab the kid by her arm, and you hang on for dear life. Vanya is going to roll to try and save the gnome. Okay, could be better. So Vanya just barely grabs him by his leg, and the shoe begins to slip off. So she kind of pulls him up a bit and grabs him more by his knee area almost, and he's just dangling upside down. He kind of smacked into the side of the picture frame and took a little bit of damage that way. Witonia manages to scramble back up onto the top of her picture frame, and then kind of looks up and goes, "Do you all need any help?"
Wait, who said that?
Witonia.
Oh, okay.
Captain Plutonium.
She's saying that to me?
Yeah.
And she's holding the one that's barely dangling?
No. You and Vanya are on the other picture frame holding the two.
Oh, yeah, we need help.
Witonia's, yeah. All right, I'll come right
Okay.
over. And she's gonna jump across, and she made her check, so she'll get over, and she'll help pull up the gnome, and help you pull up the kid.
Yay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Is everyone all right?
A little shaken up, but I think so.
Yeah,
We need to get out of here.
we do. She'll kind of glance back, at the others and kind of nod, and then she'll lead the way this time. The kid will kind of look up a little bit sadly up at all the others that are still there. Several of them are kind of waving. And then you guys will move on. Make another perception check for me.
Okay. Well, that's not gonna be very good. It's a 5.
All right. You are blissfully heading towards the window. You've made it right up to the windowsill when you hear the door open.
Oh no!
Oh, shit.
And there's where we will leave off as we tab back over.
It was supposed to be gone for 2 hours.
The what?
I asked the other one, Whitty, how long she's usually gone.
Were you
Whitney said
keeping
2
track
hours.
of how long it's been in game?
Yeah, you had with you
You
rolled
had-
level-
you
It's been
lit-
2 hours.
Little you like, okay, say it takes like a minute or two to walk over to the one side of the room. Little you would take about 10 minutes to run to that side of the room.
Remember in did you ever watch
Then on top of that, you have you have kids with you. Now it's taking another 20 minutes now to get over to that other end of the room. And then you're helping each other.
I'm using Honey, I Shrunk the Kids logic. Did you ever see that movie with Rick Moranis? Yeah. It took him a full day to get across his front yard or backyard.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. So it's taken you guys the full length of dinner time to get from the shelf, getting everyone out. That's why I was having you make perception checks to see if you were tracking the passage of time, which
my perception checks are horrible. Not using that D20. That D20 needs to go to dice jail.
So when
perception was terrible for everyone.
I know, right? Like I nat 1'd 5 times.
And Markham's like, and now I use my good dice for all these other rolls.
I'm using D&D Beyond.
Yeah, D&D Beyond is kind of shit.
It hates me. So when next time you're able to play, we will pick up from there.
Okie dokie.
But yeah, you have to go, right?
I do.
All right. So let me set up this here. All right. Thank you for joining us. I had a blast. I hope you did too.
I did.
And I'm looking forward to following more of the adventures of Briar, trying to escape this semi-lighthearted portion of the story.
Semi-lighthearted death traps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The semi-lighthearted part, that wasn't supposed to happen, but people happen.
I was fully expecting an Abigail and Briar duel with this necromancer, and Abigail's like, "You're my buddy now. Here's my pal Briar as collateral."
I don't know why he did that.
Okay.
Listen. That's on him.
I mean, you make a dark deal with this guy, and you expect your pal to just not tell anyone else?
My answer, was they're not my friends. And he's like, I will take her not friend as collateral so she doesn't backstab me. Smart one.
Considering the fact that he could have straight up just vaporized her, this was a nicer option.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way, if it was an NPC, that NPC would just be dead right now.
Yeah, okay.
Player character privilege. It is
Abigail.
Yeah, I needed some level of plot armor. Yeah.
That wasn't even Briar sass. That was Lisa sass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's completely acceptable.
You are dead if she comes back.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, okay. I don't know how I'm gonna remedy that.
Yeah,
it'd be very hard.
Curious how this is gonna.
I know, me too. I'm like, God, I'm gonna have to have something. Some type of Abigail plan. Me too.
I'm
all right. Well, I'm gonna go, guys.
All right.
Take care, Lisa.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
All right, it might mess up here for a second. Yep, just for a second. All right.
Abigail's gonna have to be like, all right, Marcus, look, I there's something in me. You got to take it out, and you gotta cast restoration and whatnot on me, and then just
I'm not the high level. I only have lesser restoration. Wait, do I even have lesser restoration?
And then Abigail's gonna be cast minor illusion, look like something's coming out of them, and then they're like, look.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have some master plan of
against
some elaborate lie scheme.
Clerics, insight check. Let's see.
You've really thought
this. I'm guessing clerics have good insight. I'm guessing
good.
That's okay. That's the subtext that I've been missing. That's why you keep figuring out all my lies.
The cleric's most important stat is wisdom, which I was weird and bumped strength up to 18 first as character reasons, but now it's 18, so he has even more of a special bonus on his.
Bingo. That actually works.
Sir Wellington isn't very wise, but he's smart. He has intelligence. He's book smart. He's not very he doesn't think through the consequences of what he's doing, though.
Yeah.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'll make it work.
Oh, jeez.
I'm sure you will.
See, that's
I
why
won't, but
I'm playing like that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be like playing the whole thing of like, hey, look, you have a character who's actually really, really intelligent, but
Is also kind of
like he doesn't understand that like he's like the uh closeted intelligent where he himself doesn't realize how intelligent he is.
yeah, and he's
But he's
5,
also
so that makes sense.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I cannot believe my little Zoom trick worked. All right.
Awesome.
We're
Nice.
set to continue. And the brain bugs are happy because I managed to get all the absentee D and denial symbols like lined up with each other, and that makes me very happy.
Awesome.
Everything's in a straight
I
line.
will
Hey,
give a reminder.
Sir Wellington has nice. Sir
Huh?
Wellington has guidance.
Oh, do I?
Yep.
Cool. What bullcrap can I pull now?
That's a good question. We're gonna start off with.
We're gonna go in pants, Marcus.
Marcus and oh no.
Yes.
Could Marcus and
This is for yesterday.
Yes.
Just backhand.
Yes.
Just send him flying.
Could Marcus and Sir Wellington roll perception checks for me?
Oh goodness.
Yes.
Yeah. 1 second.
And Abigail, for you find a number of
Ooh.
magical potions.
That is. Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's a natural 20, so 23.
You see Abigail disappear into this like secret door.
Can I lock it? Can I close it behind me?
Well, yeah, you close it behind you. Yes.
Okay.
19.
You see that Marcus has seen something.
Just for Sir Wellington, too, you'll see his face as he looks at whatever he's looking at. You'll see, like, sort of this sort of sour expression on his face.
Oh boy.
This is nice.
And he... Wait, do I notice Sir Wellington or no?
You notice that Sir Wellington has noticed you noticing Abigail. Boy, this is getting confusing really quickly.
I was about to
Is
say...
he focused on? Are you focused on Abigail?
With
though?
a nat 20, you're able to kind of multitask.
Okay.
That youth pastor ability to, like, you know, pay attention to the songs lyrics that you're singing while you're watching these kids over here misbehave, while you're watching this kid plan something while those kids are misbehaving, thinking that they can get away with something because you're focused on the other kids misbehaving and singing, but you actually can do all three.
Awesome.
All
Pastor
right.
Daddy
So how
comes in-
far away is Marcus from Sir Wellington?
What did you guys end doing? You guys were doing different things, right?
I went and like sat down for a little while. I think it was the end of we were like ending. He went and like we went off and he like focused on like his staff for a while.
Marcus is just coming out from the other room to from doing that prayer ritual.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would be like, across the...
Yeah, so you're maybe 20, 30 feet away from each other.
He's gonna like kind of like put his hand down to the side, and like kind of like quietly cast minor illusion, off into like where it makes it look like one of those like what you call it, artifacts that he had found is like from a corner, makes it look like it comes like walking out, kind of like Beauty and the Beast style.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's an intelligence throw for Marcus to tell whether or not this is real.
What is it?
Let me check.
It
It would be it would be an investigation check against my spell save DC, which is currently 15.
Okay, let's see. Oh, just barely made it. I wrote a 14 and I have a +1 in intelligence, so 15.
Ooh. You're kind of like taken aback for a second. You're like, I just burned these. And then you go, wait a second. And you kind of like glance over at Sir Wellington as you connect the dots.
I love
You're just
him.
gonna look at Sir Wellington, not even register him, just like look at him like, really? And sort of just start walking to where he saw Abigail go. Because at this point, whatever thoughts of investigation he had are like, okay, I have to go confront this girl. This girl is acting way too damn shady.
All right then. Sounds like a plan. You pursue her. You have no problem with finding the same latch that she did. You saw her pull it and go in.
I can
Right.
barricade it.
I mean, you don't know you're being pursued, though. Would you barricade it regardless?
Yeah, I don't want people to come in.
All right, all right.
Were people like, well, I would assume. I would assume she would, but how much time has passed? Like maybe she wouldn't have had time
Roll
to
an
do it.
intelligence check.
Yeah, we'll roll an intelligence check.
'Cause how-
You would be like in the
For
act
time?
of. No, to see how fast you can find something good to try and barricade the door.
Okay.
Because this is
I would
he
also
just
then
saw
think
you.
of like, would she actually be like, if she's my reasoning behind thinking intelligence check is if Abigail's pursuing something, not actively thinking about like if they're being pursued or not, would they then take the time to actually go, oh, you know what, maybe I should barricade it or not?
Oh, but I don't think she was going in here to look for, like, she was just, like, she found this thing. She was just checking stuff around. She found this thing. She's like, oh, thank God, I can get some peace and quiet. I'm locking myself in here. But the thing is, Marcus probably noticed that pretty quickly because she just walked in, so she probably wouldn't have had time. She wasn't in a rush, right? So she wasn't like rushing around to barricade herself in. She's just like, quiet. I'm gonna look at the potions. I'm gonna probably lock the
Yeah,
door.
I guess it was that
Okay,
or
so-
that side of yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
if you're
So
looking at the potions and then being I should lock the door, then you're not gonna have time regardless. Because
yeah, so it's a 9 anyways. So probably not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The second you walked in and shut the door behind you, Marcus is
Damn
like
it.
right there at the door. So
Hey.
unless you turned around and immediately blocked the door, you wouldn't have had time. So you're gonna
Just
be caught perusing
holding
the
it.
potions.
Okay. Do I have any of them? Can I take any of them though in time?
Sir Wellington, you do now see Marcus pull this same like brick and go in.
No, not Sir Wellington.
Yeah,
Which
actually,
potions
Curiosity
did I
has
take?
been
you were able to take about roll a straight d20 for me.
Straight D20. Oh,
yeah, no.
4.
4. All right, you were able to take 4 different potions.
What though?
Hang on. That
You're gonna let me know?
Yeah, I am.
You can let me know later. It's okay.
Okay. We can do that then.
Okay.
Marcus, you're now in the room.
So as Marcus opens up the door and sees Abigail just grabbing the potion, he will make it like he's going to. Can he even slam the door?
You can try, but it's gonna be like a.
Fair enough. He's just gonna let the door close and just subtly say Luke's on his morning star and just cast light. So basically, you just see this bright light fill the room. You know, I was gonna give you a little bit of a courtesy of a doubt, but the way you're acting is not real enough room for that. what the hell happened to Briar.
What do you mean?
Don't bullshit me. I know you were with her, and I know all of a sudden you walked out and she's gone. I have been in that room. She is nowhere to be seen.
I'm not personally responsible for every person who walks in here. I don't know what happened to Briar.
No, but you were responsible for her while you searched with her.
Briar is an adult. I'm not responsible for Briar. I don't know where she is.
Well, you're responsible for something. I know that.
What do you want me to say?
Just tell me how I can help you. Like, how can I help reverse whatever thing you did? We can try and get Briar back, and I promise the rest of the people don't have to know as long as we get Briar back. We can call it accident, fell down the trap well, or anything.
That's
So
cute.
I will say you don't necessarily know that she's responsible. You could suspect if you want, if that's what Marcus's go-to would be, is say she's probably responsible. You just know that she knows something about it, though.
Yeah, at the very least, yeah.
But if Marcus's go-to is you're probably responsible, then go for it. That
Well,
actually
he
kind of
knows-
follows what Marcus has done so far. What?
Technically speaking, playing devil's advocate, she's not She's
Exactly.
not the, like.
So if anything, Marcus is off because she doesn't know
At the
where
very
she
least,
is.
Marcus
She's telling
would
the
know-
truth right now. Yeah.
Correct.
Like, at best, Marcus would think she was just compliant for some reason. At worst, she was the cause of it. So, like, he's working on a dynamic here. He's literally trying to gauge, like, if he's working with an innocent victim or a malicious...
I like how you immediately jump to you're guilty, though. I like how he goes straight to bad cop.
Yeah. He has... Since Sir Wellington... it's probably because he's just angered over Sir Wellington. He just catches breath. Let's be honest. Sir Wellington kind of pissed him off. So he's going to catch his breath. Actually, now that you say that, actually, good RP idea. He's going to catch his breath and go, I'm sorry. That's not fair to say you're responsible. But you at the very least must know what happened to her. Give me something I can work with and I can help.
I don't know.
How long has it been that they're talking?
Probably a few minutes.
So it's been long enough for Sir Wellington to walk over.
Yeah, I would say at this point it's long enough for him to walk over.
Does he walk in?
No, the door's shut. As
Oh,
far as
right.
I'm aware.
Yeah,
Did you shut the door?
Yeah, he shut it behind him.
Oh, right, okay.
Sir Wellington wants to see if there's he saw the thing push the door open. Can he see if there's any cracks where the door is at the bottom?
Huh?
Are there any cracks in the door at the bottom?
There would not be cracks. No, it's pretty solid.
Oh.
Eavesdrop?
No, he's just gonna go up to the wall. Guys, I have cookies.
Would we hear that?
Roll perception checks, both of you.
Okay.
I deliberately ignore it.
Alright then, you don't have to roll. You just deliberately ignore it.
Oh no, it's a nat 20!
So you hear it, but you ignore it.
So I hear it perfectly, and it irks me so much that why did I get a nat 20 on this, man? It irks me so much that why did I get a nat 20 on this, man? It irks me so much that why did I get a nat
Take 4 psychic damage for hearing them.
Right?
I got a
It's like,
19. I got a 19 on
you
that
both
one.
hear him. You both hear him. Abigail so smoothly hears and ignores that you think she didn't hear.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
it's up to you how you guys just respond.
Okay. No, he's not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Marcus has Zone of Truth.
That is true.
Ah!
So he's. Is Abigail facing him, or is she turned her back to him?
She's are you facing him, or do you still have your back to him and are facing the potions?
Like at this point, would you go back?
Like what? She has her body towards the potion, but she might be looking at him.
Okay.
Okay. So he's gonna, like, his hand is gonna twitch, and then just sort of relax, and go. Don't think this means that this conversation ain't over. And he's gonna open the door to go check on Sir Wellington.
He's like fully like pressed up against the door, like flat like this, like. And as you open it, he just like flops on the ground.
Sir Wellington, what are you doing?
I saw you come over here, and I didn't know what you were doing. But I have cookies. Sorry if the little illusion was not funny. I thought it was kind of funny.
It's all right.
He's fine. Yes. Does the one who does not like me want a cookie?
Abigail, do you want a cookie?
She's not gonna answer that.
Mark is just gonna look toward Sir Wellington, just nod and mouth. I don't think so.
Okay. He hands Marcus a cookie, and then he pulls out a saltine cracker, looks at it, and then just chucks it at the back of the head of Abigail. Because it's a saltine cracker, it's not going to do anything, but he knows it will annoy her.
Oh my god.
She's gonna
Roll to hit.
Yeah, okay.
Watch this be a nat 20.
That's so funny.
That is. I don't know if this would be anything
There
I'd
we
be
go.
proficient in. So if not, it's
Throwing
just a
saltine
13.
crackers.
I mean,
Well, I don't know.
It's a ranged attack, so Dex.
No, yeah. Well, with 13, I roll 11. I have +2 to Dex. I just don't know if because it would be an improvised weapon.
It would be an improvised weapon.
I don't know if I am technically proficient in that or not. And so if I am, it's a 15. If not, it's a 13.
I think you have to have the Tavern Brawler feat to be proficient with improvised weapons.
Okay, then 13.
Yeah. All right. What is your? Yeah, that's your DC, right? That still hits you, right?
Yeah, it hits me.
This cracker just ding on the back of your head.
Just this flimsy throw, and it still hits. Marcus just watches it, just like twirl around, and still hits like the back of Abigail.
Okay, so she's gonna turn around, look at it on the ground. She's gonna pick it up, and she's gonna walk towards the both of them, and she's gonna toss it at their feet, and she's gonna be she's gonna look at Marcus because she doesn't. Does she know? Would she know who threw it? She was turned back.
I mean, Marcus is sort of facing towards Sir Wellington.
You know how little kids
Pretty good
sit like
guess.
this with their legs kind of they're their legs out and then cross behind them. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah.
The W position.
Yeah, the W position. Yeah, he's sitting like that, just on the
sitting
floor.
on their knees.
Okay.
Not really sitting on their knees, but their knees are spread out.
Okay.
No, I
that,
still like that. I still sit like that today.
Fair.
I cannot. I'm not that flexible.
Really? I am not flexible in the other direction, anything, bending over and stuff like that. I'm not flexible, but like that, I can still do. I can sleep like that. Actually, I can put my legs into the W position and then lay down and put my arms behind my head. It's weird.
Okay, kind of kneeling but up.
Yeah, more or
Okay.
less.
Not really. Not sitting on their legs, but how it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is he still holding a throwing position?
He's just sitting there now looking at you with a little smirk on his face.
Okay. I mean, it's to be assumed that he threw it, but she's still gonna look at Marcus because she wants to put the blame on Marcus, and she's gonna.
There you go.
Oh. I don't know how that indicates throwing position.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
No, it's not
Really?
really throwing position. It's just
Like he
he-
threw
he
it and then went down.
flopped on. He flopped on the door
Oh.
and then he was on the ground, and then he sat up and chucked it.
Oh, okay, okay.
No,
Oh,
so he's
okay.
just sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's. I was like, I thought you meant I thought you were implying that he was clearly the one who threw it, but I mean, obviously, still is. But okay. So she's gonna throw it at the ground, whoever, and she's gonna look at Marcus and say, "You're right. I don't think this conversation is over."
Snickers will just like crawl down out of my shirt and start eating the cracker.
Well, I'm glad we finally agree on something.
What conversation are you guys having?
It's a grown-up conversation. It ain't.
Why does everything have to be a grown-up conversation?
Well, I guess you and me can have our own conversations if you like.
Okay.
Would you like one of those right now?
He squints at you. Depends what kind of conversation it is.
Don't worry, it ain't a grown-up one. It's a fun one.
Okay, what it?
All right. And he's gonna just sort of lead Sir Wellington like toward the middle of the courtyard.
Mm-hmm.
Like sort of just and that method where like parents like not like grab onto their kids but like hold them tight so like they don't get nabbed. That's what's basically happening right here.
Wait. Okay.
I guess like that doesn't really work though because he's like
Wait, well, like I'm trying to figure out like what sort of like holding on to that is.
it's just like
the shoulder.
Yeah, it's just like shoulder, but like you feel like a little
Gotcha,
squeeze.
gotcha.
It's not too much, but it's like it's noticeable.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's gonna walk away with Sir Wellington, just sort of giving a side eye to Abigail.
Sir Wellington's gonna let Snickers stay there and continue to eat the cracker.
Could Sir Wellington make a perception check for me? Because you have the light spell cast on your Morning Star, right?
Oh yeah,
which
how
is
long
not
does
at all
that last
ironic.
for?
It lasts a while. So you're illuminating this room.
Oh yeah, I guess he would kind of forget to deactivate it. Holy shit, an hour? Yeah, no, he still hasn't. I think he's just so focused on the conversation, he just hasn't turned it off
To
yet.
be fair, if you had turned it off, you'd be blind.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Abigail wouldn't have been, but you would have been.
Yeah, human.
Oh, I should just blind this dude. Turn off his lights.
Okay. Snickers does have dark vision, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Cute.
Don't you as well?
Yes.
I was gonna say.
So is it? I'm the one doing it. Yeah. Yeah. 13.
I mean, as long because so it shows bright light for 20-foot radius, and then dim light for 40. So it just depends on how far away Marcus is at this point. He'd probably still be close enough to where like it's bright light. I think.
Yeah. Well, either way, yeah. It's roll like it's bright light.
If it's this is for me, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, 13.
13. This little potion room turns into a hallway that is lined with what appears to be glittering items.
Yeah. So Marcus leads him away. It was with dual purpose that Snickers kept sitting there and eating that cracker
Okay.
because yeah, Snickers will just sit there and then just scamper up onto Abigail's shoulder,
Mm.
and just sit there and like chirp a little bit, um, and just kind of like curl up, but is taking it in.
Okay. Okay.
Pardon?
Huh?
Snickers is curled up on Abigail's shoulder?
Yeah, Snickers like scampers up onto your shoulder and then just quickly just curls up.
Okay. She's very confused by this.
You let him climb up?
She's gonna like
He just kind of looks at you, gets like the like puppy eyes, like really big, and makes a few little squeaks.
don't do that. I don't think it talks, but
Just like a don't do that.
don't do that. I'm not gonna throw it, but I'm gonna place him down on the ground. Like, okay. And she's
I was
gonna
wondering if you were gonna throw it or not. I'm like,
no, she's gonna like place it on the ground and be like, all right, I don't understand what you're doing. I don't think your master would appreciate you doing that anyways.
Is there like a high ledge up on in the room anywhere?
Oh yeah, there's some tall kind of bookshelves that are being used to store potion bottles.
The highest point that can kind of be used to rest upon, Snickers will scamper up there and
Okay.
like to have like a bird's eye view.
All right. Sounds good.
Do I notice that?
Yeah, I mean you were looking at him, so.
Okay.
You just see him curl up the same like he did on your shoulder, but up there.
Okay. All right. Noted.
So, Sir Wellington, what are you up to?
I'm having my conversation with Marcus, whatever that conversation might be.
Okay. So you just kind of glanced down the hallway at the various glittering items and like glanced back up?
Those glittering items were not in the room that they were just in.
No, it's connected to it. It's part of it. So when you first come into this room, it's this little circular room with just like lined with walls of shelving units filled with potions, and then it kind of like has this little. It's partially circular, and then you have the door right here that you enter. On the other side, it turns into this hall that goes deeper into the room. And lining the hall, there appears to be things hanging on the walls. It's deeper into the room.
Gotcha. He's taken note of it.
Okay.
So Marcus is gonna, of course, lead Sir Wellington away just to where they can talk and just sort of sit down. He's gonna sit down on a place. He's gonna offer Sir Wellington a place to sit down too, and take a cookie if he's offering it.
Did you take Sir Wellington out of the room?
Yes.
So you're back in the courtyard.
My understanding is, he was taking us back to the courtyard.
Yeah, I was taking it back to the courtyard.
Hence,
Mr. I forget
Snickers.
Snickers.
Mr. Snickers
doing his thing.
peeking in on everything.
That makes sense. Abigail, the room's yours again if you want to continue.
Yeah, I'm like, you're gonna leave me here? Okay. Can I look around?
Yeah, go for it. Roll another investigation check. Are you looking more in the potions or are you gonna
Well, now
look
have
from
I
the...
seen that it goes
Yeah,
deeper?
you would have noticed that too.
Okay, I'll look there.
Okay, all right. So you just walk down the hall.
Yeah. Gotta get to it before the kid gets to it. Yes, not 20.
Fair enough.
There
Oh,
we go.
nice.
See, it's when it gotta confront Sir Wellington.
There you
That's
go.
when we get the nat 20s.
Right? All right, so Sir Wellington and Marcus, the floor is yours. As you are now out in the hallway, out in the courtyard, a number of the kids are kind of playing around. That one boy is talking with Callie.
Kieran is somewhere training people, probably.
Yep, Kieran is off with Callie's brother, doing some training.
You just hear the shouts of "Punch harder!"
Right, basically. And you got a couple of other individuals. So, one of the fighters is a halfling. She has some pink hair. Kind of the sides of her head are kind of shaped, and she's sitting up on the wall, just kind of looking out over the wasteland kind of thoughtfully, and she seems to be in conversation with another one of the fighters next to her, who is, according to my notes, yes, those notes, thank you very much. Kindly, please cooperate. Another fighter who appears to be a dark elf.
Okay.
And he's just kind of like, nodding and talking along. The dark elf has a wife, another drow, who, I'm sorry, difference between dark elves and drows in this world. Another dark elf who kind of walks up, and she gives him a peck on the cheek and joins the conversation. Number of the rogues have disappeared deeper into the fortress, clearly looking for treasure, and the rangers have also disappeared into the ramparts, making sure the place is secure.
Yeah, just out a bit, he's gonna see the dark elf couple and just sort of think, "Oh, that's adorable," and then sort of go to Sir Wellington and go, "All right, how are you doing, Sir Wellington? I guess you're a little bit bored, right? If you were gonna do that, he just nods his head to where you made the illusion, little trick, right?"
I just thought it would be kind of funny. It's not that I was really particularly bored. I just got finished looking at the staff I found before, and it seems like it might do interesting things. But other than that, it was just I was curious as to what you and she who shall not be named were talking about.
You shall not be named. Is that interesting? We were just trying to talk about where that nice statue lady may be. Briar?
Oh, Gargoyle Lady. Yeah, I'm not sure where she went. But she was kind of moody. It was like Abigail, but slightly toned down. But like I got similar vibes, and it didn't seem like they were fun to be around. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they would have gotten better over time.
To be fair, she was stuck as a statue for quite a bit.
Yeah, it must have been hard.
Yeah, in fact, I do want to ask that question. What do you think of the she who shall not be named? What does she come off as to you?
Oh, she doesn't like kids very much. And that's always not very fun. Um, hmm, like as he's thinking about, he's been asked, so he's now starting to actually think about it. Uh, what would he have noticed anything abnormal or unusual about Abigail? at this point as he's thinking back over time, or
Um, make a make an would that be an intelligence or an insight check? Do you guys think?
I mean, since it's remembering past and not seeing present, would it be intelligence like he's trying to remember history? Would that count?
Probably.
Yeah, we can do a history check. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
'cause I feel like,
intelligence. Oh, it's history?
or like yeah, intelligence here. Because I feel like if it was right now, yes, it would definitely be an insight roll. But since it's past, maybe
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
probably intelligence.
probably intelligence.
okay, you want me to roll a straight intelligence roll?
Make it a history check.
History check. Okay. So yes, straight intelligence.
Oh.
I don't have proficiency in history.
Fair enough.
Alright then.
Well, okay, that'll be a 23.
So what exactly are you trying to decipher about Abigail?
Mainly if like compared to others, if there's been like any weird behavior or like abnormalities like in that like compared to others or things like that, or like even like things like myself, like how does she compare in terms of like putting on like a face or things like that and what have you.
Um, she's very hard to read.
Mm-hmm.
She clearly has some sort of ulterior motive. Probably has this whole time. You're not quite sure what though.
Okay.
But she's been consistent this whole time. That much is certain.
Yeah.
Her personality, her demeanor, everything. It's obvious that she's hiding something when you put all the pieces together, and has been this whole time. But you don't know what, and she's at least been consistent.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thinking about it, to be fair, I just, I mean, she rubbed me the wrong way first, but to be fair, I haven't always been the nicest, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. But she puts on like this thing of like, oh, I'm got this like big plan, and but it's my plan, it's my secret plan, and so I don't know if like she just doesn't want to talk because uh I left her hanging in ice and I thought it was funny. Um but then there's also like, she's got like just it's just that side of um like I have my toys and I want to play with them and you don't touch them because they're my toys. Like that's what I get. And it's like she
Okay.
has like a toy in the background that she like keeps for herself and really doesn't want to show anyone because she's like really thinking that if other people see it, they might want it as well.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you this next question. I really want you to think, all right? Do you think that
Okay.
hidden toy that she has could possibly hurt other people?
I mean, if she's been nice, like she like I don't know because like she's at least been the same like throughout the time that she's been around us. Like there hasn't been any like how some people like they like like Clyde over there. Sorry, I'm creating NPCs for you now.
Clyde.
Clyde.
Okay.
Can
One
his
of the
last name be
kids.
over there?
One of the
Not mention his
kids.
name.
Clyde over there.
Unless you have a put it this way, like like a snooty mean kid. Like what's one of the kids that's gonna be snooty and mean?
Hang on, actually. Well, like, Clyde over there. Hang on. Okay. Oh, we have a raiding party. Welcome, raiders.
Because Sir Wellington knows all the kids.
This is true.
Sir Wellington definitely would.
Hang on. Let me pull up the kids. We have... Oh, nope. Nope, not the deities.
Because deities are snooty.
Jeez.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't know one of the kids were one of the deities.
Yeah.
One of the kids is actually a god. No.
Why the hell isn't he helping us out?
I'm in trouble.
We have 2 Daniels among the kids. It just occurred to me. We'll make the younger. There's this. Yeah, we'll have the. There we go. Augustus. There's this teenage. He's maybe like 14. And he's very moody. He always wears black. He's a little bit snooty. Seems to think he's better than everyone else.
Okay. So like. So like someone else we know.
It's really so like it feels like Augustus, who just is like, they have their thing and they don't want to share, but they're like, it's because it's their thing. They're just kind of that way. It's not like they are like to hurt people, but I don't know if it's because they've been hurt themselves before. And like, I mean, I know that if I really focused on like the negative things that happen to me,
I've got it.
I could be potentially mean and like not nice to people like that too. But I try not to focus on that. So I don't know. Maybe they just need to learn to accept a hug every once in a while.
Marcus is just gonna like look at Sir Wellington and just sort of think over what he said. And he goes, I mean, you do have a point.
I mean, I understand, like, in the grand scheme of things, like those like the shinies that you took from me, like, yes, they're shiny. Don't want them, but it's one of those things where, like, yeah, I didn't want some of them because I knew that the people that were not nice to me had those things, and so I didn't like them. And if I just focused on that and I was that like mean like that to everyone else, then I would not be fun to be around. But I think I'm pretty fun to be around.
He's just gonna chuckle a bit. I mean, you certainly do make life very interesting. I will give you that. So it's possible I was a little bit, and he's gonna whisper so the other kids hear. It was possible I was a little bit of a jackass in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you were doing, so I can't really say. I just saw you go in there, and I couldn't hear anything that you guys are talking about. But I was, I know you've been tense, and so I don't know. But I like sharing my cookies, so that's why I was like, see if you guys wanted the cookies. And I also, Abigail just needs to learn how to lighten up, so that's why I threw a cracker at her.
He's gonna be struggling. It's like he kind of likes that he threw the cracker at her. Then again, he knows it's wrong. At that moment, he's like, "Good, toss a cracker." And enter him, the youth pastor of him, is like, "No, we got to all get along."
Gosh.
And he just puts, he just sort of gently, of course, because his hand is massive compared to Sir Wellington, just sort of pats the back of Sir Wellington and say, well, thanks for sharing your thoughts. Now, How about this? How about we make a deal to make up for those shinies I had to burn?
Okay, so the thing is, there's shinies in the room where Abigail is.
What? What kind of
Yeah.
shinies?
I don't know. I didn't. You, you walked me out of that room. You think I had a time to go look at shinies while you guys were
All
in there
right,
chatting?
all right, all
No,
right.
no, there were
Fair
so there
enough.
was the room that Abigail was in, but then there's another room down there, and they're at the end. And so I know that there were shinies down there. I couldn't see what they were because it was dark, but there were stuff down there.
He's gonna just turn back, turn to Wellington, and
What?
just go, son of a bitch, and just and just sort of start moving toward the room again, just like shit.
Quick question. Did you guys leave the door open when you came back out this time?
Abigail, did you close the door or did you? Because you went back in. You're the one that went back in.
I didn't get back out.
No,
I
she
stayed
never
in.
left. She was in the middle of the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the middle of the room. When you guys went out,
If you guys didn't shut the door, it's been open this whole time.
yeah, I didn't shut it.
Here, let me, I guess, just roll for chance. Okay. Evens will be close the door. Odds will be.
I mean,
left
you
it
could
out.
just say, would his natural reaction be to focus on Sir Wellington or focus on closing the door?
Oh no, it'd be to focus on Sir Wellington.
Okay, the door's been open.
He's gonna see that and go again. Son of a bitch.
You roll a perception check for me.
Okay. Ooh, 21.
Oh, nice. Yeah. While you guys were talking, a few other people have just kind of trickled into the room.
Wait, how many people? Because, like, as soon as people start coming close, then she's gonna be like, no, get out of here.
There's been about 6, but this is after you went down the hall.
Oh, so I don't see them?
No, you're in a different part of the room.
Don't
So-
worry about it then.
So, well... So we're
Marcus
gonna
is gonna head to the door to try and go like, get out of here.
we're gonna tab over to Abigail. Abigail, you managed to grab a few more potion bottles. Roll another d20 for me.
Another d20 on top of my nat 20?
Just a
And
straight
once again,
D20,
the
though, that's
flames.
Oh, okay.
And once again, the flames of doubt have
8.
yet again entered Marcus.
fine. 8. Okay, so we get 12 total. All right. So you head down. As you head down, this hallway is lined with weapons that are hanging on the walls. Could you make an Arcana check for me?
Yeah.
How much longer does everyone have, by the
15.
way?
I mean, I'm free. all
I should
night.
probably go in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, so we'll wrap it up
I'm
in 10
also
minutes then.
free. 15.
15. These are magical weapons.
Does magical, just as a general term, include cursed?
It does include cursed, yes.
Okay,
But
just asking. Alright, what weapons?
I
think
mean, tons of different types. There are wizard
What?
staffs among them, though. Most of them are
Okay.
like swords, axes, warhammers, spears, etc., 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 etc.
Okay.
It looks like this was once some sort of armory, actually.
What counts as a simple weapon?
A simple weapon. Short
Yeah.
swords, daggers, wizard staffs.
I think short shorts are martial weapons.
Are they?
Yeah. Hold
Oh.
on. Let me double check.
Okay, well, if a wizard staff is a short weapon, I'll probably try and look at one
It does
of them.
count as a simple weapon, yes.
Okay. What would I have to look at to check if it's cursed?
Um,
Is anyone in the room with me?
I think you would have to take time to identify it.
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to just naturally pick it up unless like you just have like some. No, even then you wouldn't be able to. I was gonna say unless you have detect magic on, but even then, you're probably not
What?
going to be able to detect a curse. It'll just glow as magical.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
detect good and evil may do it. I don't know the rules
I
about
don't know
that.
if she has detect good and evil though.
What do I have? Hold on.
And also, yeah, short swords are a martial weapon.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Short swords don't count.
I have protection from evil and good, but not detect. Okay, so I'm gonna. Mm,
There are 3 different staves you actually have hanging on the wall in front of you.
okay, wait, but it appears to be an armory.
Yeah.
Okay, so they probably wouldn't curse their own weapons, but it's old.
No, that is true.
So maybe it got cursed. Dang. I don't know. Okay, I'll pick them all up.
Oh, you're
and
just gonna
put
grab
them
all
in
3
my-
staves?
Yeah.
Alright. You just kind of like strap them to your back.
I'm putting them in my bag. I'll wait.
In your bag?
Yeah. The bag of holding.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
she
you
got
have a
bag
bag of holding. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot you found one of those. Yes. Or chose one, I don't remember which. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you just slide them into your bag of holding, no problem.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, so I'll figure that out later. I need to identify, man. Okay.
Alright.
Do I? Okay.
You don't feel any type of curse taking over you when you grab them, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
No,
Do
does
I,
not appear to be cursed. At least from what you can tell, as you just grab them. You don't you don't grab them and feel searing pain, or like you just got possessed or anything like that, or like you passed a fart or anything like that.
Okay.
All right, you just gonna continue down the hallway then?
Yeah.
All right. You come into another room, which has kind of been tossed around. It looks like it was once a shrine. The deities have kind of, there's like some scorch marks on half of it where there were some former deity symbols in place there. In their spot are 5 of the symbols which you recognize from the various relics that Marcus took and destroyed.
Oh shit.
Oh no. Oh no.
There also appears to be a number of other strange items throughout the room, as well as an opening to a large room just past there.
Okay. Hmm. Dang. Okay. So there's the relics of the symbols that Marcus destroyed.
5 different ones.
Okay, I'm gonna put them in my bag.
Okay. You don't even need to roll stealth or anything. There's no one there to know.
Yeah.
Do you take the symbols of the deities that are there as well, or just the more demonic ones?
Just the demonic ones.
Okay. You leave them on the. You leave the ones the relics of the deities on the floor where they lay.
Yeah.
Scorched and damaged as they are.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to hang out in the shrine, or do you want to continue to the large room?
I'll continue.
All right. So at this point, you guys have come in. There's a number of people in here. They are grabbing weapons off the walls, potions from the potion collection. They are stocking up.
Marcus will just say, "Everyone, get out right now. This room is not."
Am I back in the main room?
Yeah, this is back in the first room.
Oh, okay.
This room has not been cleared yet. Everyone get out of here now.
They completely ignore you. Unless you can roll a persuasion or intimidation check if you want.
I do have thaumaturgy.
I mean, go for it.
So
Some of these are seasoned
has
warriors,
Sir
though,
Wellington followed behind?
Have you?
Would you say? I would think if he knew he was going to where the shinies were, yes, probably.
Yeah, then you're
you
right
see
behind him.
me go toward that direction.
Yes, I fall behind him. When I say when he says he wants people out that the room has not been cleared, I want to assist by causing one of the little creatures that we saw before that we fought.
Okay.
I want to cast minor illusion that it crawls out of the dark.
Well, you guys didn't see the creepy crawlies. You guys saw the zombies.
Yeah.
Okay, well, a zombie then.
Okay.
A zombie partially crawling out of the dark.
Okay. Roll intimidation with advantage because that sounds like intimidation to me.
That
and
does.
It's going to be going making because my minor illusions can now have sound to them.
Oh, nice.
Because illusion, school of illusion.
Fair enough.
Oh wait, I don't. Oh no, yeah. Can't.
Well, I'm cast. So at this point, out of curiosity, am I intimidating them because I cast the spell? It's a thing that they're seeing now that's making sound.
How
that's
about
coming
you
out with
each
shadow.
roll a straight intimidation and we'll use the higher roll.
Okay.
I'm fine with that, but I was just curious.
Hey, honey, what's up?
It'll be
that would be
intimidation with advantage where you each roll.
Okay. All right.
19, nice.
That is a 19 for me too.
No, double 19. All right. Between the two of you, a number of the kids just grab handfuls of what they're collecting and run out of the room.
So,
basically
describe what
the adults turn and attack the zombie. All except for one, who just one gnome just glances over his shoulder and continues back to what he was doing. He seems a bit older, a bit more seasoned.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna cast thaumaturgy. So basically, there's this, basically, he's going to just sort of make his voice, just boom up to 3 times as loud, and he's just gonna shout in the meanest way he can answer, "Get out!"
Yeah, you get at least most of the kids out. The adults are now in, oh shit, we gotta clear this room out mode.
Do I have to?
No, you're farther down. You hear this distant echoing of Marcus saying, "Get out."
This dude.
Wait, does that mean Marcus also believes that there is a zombie there? Or would he be able to see through it?
You can roll a investigation check, I think it is. Is it an investigation?
For that?
For the zombie, yeah.
I don't make it. That is an 8.
Oh, yeah, yes, you also believe there's a zombie
It's an investigation check that is it's DC of 15.
Yeah, you fully believe there's a zombie in here.
Yeah, Marcus is just going to be like, see? Clear out now. After the mini earthquake,
you get all but 2 or 3 of the older kids to flee. They immediately try and help the adults attacking the zombie.
No, you get out too. Adults can take care of this.
I'm gonna roll to see if they listen. Since one is actually Callie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, they don't go anywhere.
I mean, it's Callie, so
yeah,
kind of holders own. Not against wraiths, but
I mean, it's just a simple zombie, but yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna.
Well, they quickly figure out it's also an illusion, and just like all heads turn towards you and Sir Wellington.
He's gonna look and then like sort of realize and just turn down to Sir Wellington.
After like a few stabs at it, I'm pretty sure they would figure it out, right?
And like Marcus about to run in and like smash it in.
Surprise.
One of the barbarian is just gonna like shoulder his weapon and just go. I mean, we should clear this out anyhow.
He's gonna point to the barbarian and be like, I agree with him. I'll take point. Just make sure there isn't anything else.
Don't worry, I'll clear the room.
Thank you kindly. And as he says that, he's gonna say, Lux, and again his warhammer. Morningstar is basically gonna be a bright torch again.
Nice.
And he's just gonna. Yeah.
All right, so you guys head down. Walls are lined with magical weapons. You can roll Arcana checks to determine if they are magical, or you can just be like, cool.
Any decent armor that may be there?
Not in this room, no.
Okay, well, I got a what's my Arcana? 17 on that.
Arcana?
Yeah.
These are all definitely magical.
I got a 10.
They could be magical, they might not. You're not quite sure.
These are all possibly
They look
magical.
cool, though. They look really cool.
He's gonna look around and just go, holy shit, they are pretty well off here. You notice all these weapons?
No, I couldn't see all the weapons just hanging on the wall.
Oh, ha ha. Well, you don't hear anything.
Did you find anything good, Abigail?
Wait,
you just hear Sir Wellington shouting down the halls after you. You're still 2 rooms ahead.
Look, if there are any, and he's gonna yell down too. If there are anything in there of the undead sort, or may try to kill us sort, I would appreciate it if you could take care of them. Although, assuming you're alive, you either already did, or you're already dead. I hope it's the latter. I hope you're alive. Wait, former. I meant former.
That is a very telling slip.
Well, you now know she's alive. You guys come...
I'm also never alive or dead.
Fair enough. So I assume we are to the altar by this point?
Yeah, you're to the altar at this point, the desecrated altar. It's got scorch marks all over it.
Yeah, he's gonna see this and just... Can he tell whether or not it was for, like, angelic or demonic means? Like, heavenly or demonic, I should say, actually.
Like everything here, it was desecrated through demonic means, but it was originally something celestial, meant for the Gudaline deities. You can see the scorched and broken relics of the gods lying on the ground around the altar.
Any of the relics that would have power at all, or no?
Just from straight up looking at it, pretty good chance no. You can take them though.
Desecrated.
I mean, it looks like someone lit fire to it.
Yeah. Marcus will sort of...
Hey, is this something we're supposed to, like, make the thing here not good?
I mean, that's what they did, yes. It's called desecration.
Are we supposed to desecrate it more?
No, if anything, we need to sanctify it, make it more holy, but...
Oh, because I was going to say, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I can come desecrate it more. Because usually I wake up like once or twice a night, and I have to go desecrate something, if you get what I mean.
He's going to just sort of think for a second and then realize what he's saying and just go, okay, that's not necessarily what it means. You can do that, but that's one of the more unusual methods. And he is going to just sort of take the relics of the gods at this point and just sort of look around. Although, be fair, if there ain't a risk of us burning down the whole castle, I may want to just sanctify this room through sacred flame, just so nothing comes out of it.
He just starts walking on it as you're going, burn, David, burn, burn.
So, okay, Marcus now with that thought in his head is going to be worried. He's going to look around and make sure not like any demons or anything like that were summoned if he could somehow look for that.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay.
Or religion, whichever's better for you.
Religion. It is definitely going to be religion. Okay, yeah, that is insanely better. That's going to be an 18.
No, does not appear that anything demonic was summoned here.
All right. He's going to look around and just, again, cross himself and go, Abigail, wherever you are, you may want to get out of here.
Why?
From the looks of it, this place has not been used for good things, and I don't want to take the risk of something popping out.
So, has Sir Wellington gone into the next room now?
Yes.
Okay, Sir Wellington, you enter into this room. Abigail, I presume you are taking... There are... Any arcane item you need for spell components, you can find in this room. It's a large room. It's got a treasury section, an armory section for armor as opposed to weapons, and a relic section for not religious relics, but like magical relics. And at the center of the room is a large pedestal, which Sir Wellington, you notice right away, that has this large, very sparkly, almost glowing orb on it.
Marcus is going to just start walking into the room, just looking around. And he'll see the armor and be like, ooh, maybe I can get some for myself.
Sir Wellington's going to scamper on over to it.
He's just going to shout, Sir Wellington, be careful with any shinies around here. Just make sure nothing dangerous happens.
How large is it, per se?
I would say the size of Marcus's head.
Marcus, get over here now! I need your help.
Hold on just a second. He's looking for the armor to see if there's
No.
What?
I cannot physically lift this on my own.
Make an Arcana check, actually.
Fine. Hold on.
It's...
22.
Actually, this thing isn't even resting on the pedestal. It's hovering above it.
Never mind. I slip my bag underneath it and just start shoving it down.
All right. Marcus, make a investigation check looking for armor. And Abigail, what are you looking for? So when you first came in here, are you looking for... What are you looking for?
I'm also allowed to wear light armor, right?
Technically no, but...
Really?
I mean,
I
now
have
that she's a
proficiency in
warlock,
light
she
armor.
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right.
I have
you could.
proficiency in
That's
it.
right. Okay. Yes, you can. Yes, you
I
can.
want light armor.
You want armor.
Suck. Yeah.
All right. Make an investigation check for armor then, because you walk in, there's a wall full of armor.
I got a 19 for the roll, and I'm proficient in light, medium, and heavy armor. Nice cleric.
All right. I will DM you what you find after.
Okay.
Because you find some options.
Awesome. Any shields too, by chance?
Oh, yeah. This is
Yay.
a full-blown armory.
Cool. He's just going to look at this and just go, damn, there is a lot in here.
So, Abigail, what did you roll?
Okay, but just a second. In narratively, is it a giveaway to wear armor or no? Like, am I like...
What do you mean?
Because like a wizard can't wear armor.
I
But
mean,
a warlock can.
there are
Is it
some types of armors that even wizards can wear.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a
So
13.
And they can take feats to learn how to wear armor, so no, it's not a
Okay.
giveaway.
Okay.
plus it shouldn't affect your spells at all. Now that you're proficient
Right.
in light armor, it
Yeah.
wouldn't affect your spells at all.
No.
Okay.
So it's not a tell.
Okay. That would be silly. She's wearing armor. She did something shady.
I mean, rogues wear armor. I mean, they do shady things. Never mind. That's a bad example. Clerics
just-
wear armor, and they're holy, so.
Yeah, but I just mean like specifically because you couldn't do that before, but now you can. What did you do?
There. Although, you know what a paladin's favorite armor is, though?
What?
Chainmail, because it's holy.
Yeah.
Good one.
I do need to get going, by the way.
All right. Well, that's
Yeah.
perfect timing then. I need each of you. Let's see. 1 second. All right. So I go here. All right. I need each of you to roll a d12 for me, and then DM me
Wow.
what you've got.
E12?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Abigail, when you first came in, you were looking for armor. You found some armor. You have had time to put that on if you so wish. What are you looking for after the armor?
What else was there?
Well, there was the orb in the middle that obviously was left alone, I'm guessing, if
Well, Sir
Sir Wellington
Wellington-
ran up to get it.
Yeah.
If that was not first on your agenda and you're looking for other
No.
things, then you're kind of... Okay, yeah, so... there was also treasury, like safes full of gold. And then there are baskets filled with arcane spell components. So everything from ground diamond dust for higher level spells to whatever they use for
I
smaller
did
level
message you,
spells.
by the way.
Oh, sweet.
I don't
Okay.
think I even have anything that I need components for yet.
I just sent my result, Markham.
Sweet. So what would you? What would you look into then?
I guess the treasury.
Treasury. All right. You would
Yeah.
have time to grab both spell components and some treasure before they come
Okay.
in.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here. All right. Oops. All right. So scrolling through my notes. One. Okay. This should be interesting. All right, so Sir Wellington, as you put your hand on the orb and shove it in, a bright light flashes from it, and everyone make a strength saving throw for me.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh yes!
I'm really worried.
Not
Okay.
20.
Oh, okay. 19.
Oh, no. Oh, dang it.
I
Dice
have
fell.
3
1
920s
second.
tonight.
Please
Never
20.
happened to me
Please,
before.
please 19. I mean, please
Oh, I'm
19.
so glad that you don't use ones that fall on the ground, because that was a nat 1 otherwise.
Oh crap.
That's much better. That was a 19, so 18. Because I
18,
have a
okay.
negative
Negative
1,
one.
so it would have been a 0.
Oh man. Okay.
Hey, 18, 19,
Wow.
20. That's
Hey,
hilarious.
nice. This you feel, when you go to a concert and there's the bass that thumps in your chest?
Yeah.
You feel that blast through each of you as this shockwave resonates out from this orb that Sir Wellington's shoving into his bag. And it flies back out and lands on the ground. And there's this bright flash of light, and you're all blinded for a split second. as you don't fall over, though, as all of a sudden this, the blinding flash of light, and when you kind of you kind of rub your eyes, whatever you do to kind of regain your focus, the torches are all lit in here. They weren't when you came in, but they're all lit. It looks cleaned up, actually. The cobwebs are gone, the dust and dirt is gone, scorch marks are gone.
Nice and clean now as well.
Yeah, actually, as you look down, you are nice and clean. You also realize you are about 6 feet tall.
Ah!
And as you look down, you see you are a full adult female lizard folk.
What?
Marcus, as you kind of look around and you see where Sir Wellington once was, this 6 foot tall female lizard folk is now standing, holding his bag of holding. You realize you are about the same height as him now, and you catch a glimpse as you also are a lizard folk.
What? What the hell?
Abigail,
Okay,
as this flash...
What's going on right now?
I have no idea. Abigail?
As this flash happens, Abigail, you kind of look around and you see these two lizard folk behind you. Everything's now bright and clean and the torches are lit. And you have the one lizard folk there and then the female one where Sir Wellington was a second ago. And as you guys look over to Abigail, there is a halfling woman standing there. She's got this little pink and teal colored hair. No, I'm sorry, it's just pink. She's got like a teal face paint on her, face tattoo, and her hair is pink and half the side of her head is shaved. Where Abigail was a moment ago.
Whoa, what's happening right now?
I don't know. Wait, Sir Wellington, you got titties.
Abigail,
what the hell's going on?
Yeah, this is really weird.
Abigail, you lost about half your height.
No!
Abigail really shrunk over there. I don't know what happened to me, but I'm...
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Well,
Sir
everything
Wellington,
got really clear over here.
Undo
but-
that.
Yeah, can you undo it?
He gingerly reaches out a hand and rubs the top of the thing again.
Nothing happens.
I mean,
Is it floating still?
No, it's just on the ground now. It's not even glowing.
nope.
Sir Wellington.
As you guys are standing here sorting this out, a massive orc with kind of a what's that beard where it's just the mustache mutton chop, that kind of mutton chop beard, walks in, and he's got this huge kind of halberd strapped to his back, and he looks around the room and he goes, and this is a guy you've never seen before, by the way, and he kind of looks around and goes, Gukosk, Bailey, I'm going to need you out. We've got a situation. And
Marcus is just gonna.
and
Marcus
that's where
is
we
gonna
leave the
turn around
session.
What?
And that is where we leave off for the night.
Sir Wellington.
You,
what the hell?
you saw him. You saw Sir Wellington pour the memory before they all stuck their heads in the pensive. That's my guess as to what's kind of happening.
You never know.
Dang.
So
Don't worry, honey. I'm not gonna scream about titties anymore. Sorry, my wife just came in. She's like, Why are you screaming about titties? Don't stop
About
it.
a
And then she opens the door. Is like,
5-year-old boy's
she's opens the
newfound
door,
lizard titty.
right? No, we're just freaking out over the fact that the gnome has turned into a female lizard woman with titties.
The 5-year-old gnome.
A 5-year-old gnome.
Yeah.
It's like big, but like different.
Yeah.
I am big.
You're
and
now
different.
Tom Hanks. No, I'm just kidding.
Basically.
So,
Okay.
yeah, thank you everyone who joined us. We'll pick up next week to find out what the heck. Yeah, oops is right.
Oh,
what
dang,
the
I never
heck
used my
you did.
guidance.
Oh, yeah.
This better
It's
be
okay.
like
I will allow it to
undoable.
carry over.
I just don't remember. I still have my chat inspiration as well.
That's true. You do. You have chat inspiration and guidance. You'll need it next session. That works.
Oh shit.
As you guys are now staring at each other in very wrong bodies as this orc you've never seen before, who actually, now that you think of it, could be one of the other people who was in the other room. But why you were called by a different name, we'll have to wait until next week to find out.
It's going to be some time shenanigans.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Everything's clean now. Things are lit. We went back in time, boys.
Sir Wellington, would you like to start with the outros?
Hi, guys. I'm Sir Wellington, a.k.a. Ian, a.k.a. now Lizard Mommy. What's up? Yeah.
Guka, Gukis, or Bailey. One of those three, apparently.
One of those.
I mean,
Well,
I'm
I mean-
guessing I'm Guka or Gukis.
Yeah.
because we got two
I'm
lizards. and
probably Bailey.
I'm.
Yeah.
It turns out I'm Bailey.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Gukosk.
yeah,
I'm
you-
sorry.
Gukos. I'm Gukos.
It's a French
It's
lizard
gonna be
movie.
a
Je
small-
Je suis Gukosque.
stop it, Ron. Yeah, you can find me on socials at artful_thinking. I do art. I have not streamed in a long while. I'm gonna probably start again soon, but start back with art streams, which are here on Twitch as well. Ian Gerald 1. So yeah.
All right, Matt.
All right. Well, Matt, social media handles are only TikTok, really. TikTok is at Dunkley10. I was playing Marcus, Pastor Daddy, now Pastor Lizard, which is very interesting. I'm not gonna lie.
I was looking forward to this.
Also, how the hell did you combine Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and Back to the Future?
I'm just giving us a nice little 80s saga here.
Oh, please tell me we're not gonna have like a Red Dawn.
Oh, I mean, maybe Red Dawn, maybe a modern twist on the 80s, like, I don't know, Stranger Things. We'll see as we go along.
Oh, sweet Kelly, I may know.
All right, and Naz?
Yes. What are we doing?
Outro.
My name is Naz. And I played Abigail.
Yeah, it is played now, isn't it? Yeah, you're not playing her anymore. I'm kidding.
Well, I played her for the session.
Oh, fair
Yeah.
enough.
The halfling.
We better strip our characters, damn it.
Halfling. I don't know.
The halfling something or other.
The
You
halfling
do find where
probably
you were
did.
holding what was like a staff or something. You're now holding an axe.
The
What am I
halfling
holding?
axe holder.
You're holding a double-headed spear.
He's gonna be. What? What? Oh gosh.
And I am the Dungeon Lord's Shenanigans Sovereign, Mr. Markham. I'm Mr. Markham on everything. Let me put we have Discord. You can join us. You can join the D and Denial Discord. We have a lot of fun shenanigans there. One-shots are run every now and then. They also have the Island Adventures on Mondays, Umbral City on Tuesdays. Tomorrow night we had Legends of Kralis. And then bi-weekly Sundays we have alternating between I forget what the other one was, but the other one is a campaign that my wife and I play in called Rumors of Magic, which has also been very fun and chaotic. They're all fun. They're all great campaigns. So feel free to come back and check us out anytime. Thank you for joining us. And I wish you the best week. Stay lost and stay safe.
I mean, we're doing a very good job at that.
We're
Stay
trying.
lost.